Hello, my name is Baldy Shorts, and welcome back to Dream Daddy.
Welcome.
Okay, let's see. We've done the top row, so let's do Hugo. Don't forget to floss every day. I should take Hugo up on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey, still want a cheese board? Hugo responds within a few minutes. Colin is still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same picture of Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer. And it's a nice picture, but it's wasting all my paper. Whoops, sorry, meant that for another teacher. But seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. Save a couple for me. My Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on content. I think this would really round it out. Ha, let me get back to you after class ends. I stand up from the computer and stretch. I love the idea of, teachers talking shit about students, in a chat together. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do now. Dad nap. I hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for background noise. I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1982. To be told that it once belonged to a Confederate general is a huge surprise. This will feed my tribe for weeks. Wastelander. Did that say Wastelander? I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor bondage gear. Maybe this is that ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. I despise ASMR. I hate it. It makes me so uncomfortable. I hate it so much. I'm jolted away by Dad message from Hugo. Hey, sorry about that. Colin's in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally and that Jackie won't be happy to hear this. I get off work in a little while and I continue to be very serious about the cheese board. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I worked out the details, and I'm all set to meet him in a few hours. We're going to charcuterie. Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? Just getting home from school. Where are you going? Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board is what I meant. I'm getting a cheese with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live, but only if I can talk him into going easy on me for the final. Sorry, buddy, that ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheese, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives, a little bit of fig jam.
Dad!
Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese. Sweetie, you'll get it one day. But now I gotta see a man about some manchego. I love cheese. I love cheese so much. I used to have a job where I'd have to go and try cheeses out to put on a menu because I used to be a pastry cook. Please leave. I walk into a quaint French diner and Hugo waves me down to a booth in the corner. He looks pretty tired. Long day?
I don't know.
Every day's a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Colin starts a gambling ring. The pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber band bracelets that are all those shapes. Is that the one that parents think means sex stuff? Those ones, yeah, but the reports are just the sensationalist news media capitalizing on the fears of suburban parents, as usual.
I don't know.
At least I hope. Yikes.
Oh.
Right now I'm very ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese. A waitress stops by and takes our order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, just please put the cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine. Do you two want a scorecard for trivia? There's trivia? Yep, we're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone here is playing.
Oh.
We'd love to play. Right, Baldy? Yeah, sure. I love trivia. I love trivia so much. The waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Valdi. I turn to see Matt and Brian. They're here with their daughters, looking like they're ready for trivia. They come up to our table to greet us. Hey guys, you all here for the old question and answers game?
Hey.
Yep, we come here every week, but Brian and Daisy carry the team. Carmencita and I just here for the cheese.
Hey.
Provolone 2, lost in New York, have been reigning champions for the last month. Man, Brian's great trivia too. That raises the stakes. Great name though. Solid team name. It's Carmencita's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. Like father, like daughter.
Hey.
You guys gonna try to give us a run from our money?
Ah.
We'll see what we can do. We're just here for the cheese too. We'll see what we can do to not hurt your feelings too bad. Listen, trivia's great, but we all know the real trivia championships are the cheeses we ate along the way. I don't know if that's how the phrase works, but I understand and appreciate the sentiment. I love you, Matt. You get me.
Oh.
We'll have to think of a good team name, but I think this'll be fun. Good luck. Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to their table. Well, I guess we need a name.
Oh.
Got any good ideas? Easy, breezy, beautiful. Havarti like it's 1999. Ah, real monsters. Craigslist Swiss connections. I like the first one. I feel like Hugo would like Havarti like it's 1999. Havarti like it's 1999. That'll do just nicely. The waitress comes by with our cheese board and we revel in its glory. Already I can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide into a dairy-induced ecstasy. There's such a fine variety of cheese and charcuteries that I'm positively overwhelmed. A quick dip into the seasoned nuts, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps a focaccia crisp topped with honey and goat cheese. I'm so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me. Cheers to cheese. Hey, hey. A middle-aged man in a backwards baseball cap, sunglasses, and cargo shorts jogs out of the back with the frenetic energy of a radio DJ. Not him again. Quizmaster Quinn! Everybody ready for some trivia? The restaurant cheers. Oh man, looks like everyone's really into this. That's what I like to hear. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name's Richard. I just like the alliteration. More cheers.
Sad Master Quinn.
I see some of you brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me. Haha, I'm just joking around. Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let's get into some questions. The first category is literature. Excellent. You know who loved literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much. More jokes. Classic Quizmaster quips. Just trying to keep it light here, folks. Just like I thought my wife was the light of my life. Hugo, you got this literature stuff right? Does Franz Kafka have an irrational fear of one day waking up as a large, grotesque, insect-like creature? Yes. This is the continent that encompasses the realms of Gondor, Rohan, Mordor, and Lothlorien. Other notable sites include Isengard, Mirkwood, Rivendell. What is the Elvish name for this continent? Ah, it's Middle Earth, baby! Oh god, okay. I think it's this one.
Answer.
Oh no! Who wants the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? Oh god, I don't know! I don't know this! Hugo, you're supposed to know all these answers! Sure.
Rongo.
Edmund Dante's no better than this man. Oh my god, I don't know. Sure.
Wrong.
I don't know, man. The quizmaster walks around the room. I think he's doing crowd work. He stops at mine and Hugo's table. Whoa, nice cheese plate you got there. Thank you? How's that cheese tasting, big guy? Good? Haha, great. Cheese used to be my favorite food, but I developed a lactose intolerance later in life. I'm sorry to hear that. I also developed clinical depression. Oh. But people don't tell you to just get over your lactose intolerance, right? Nobody's like, have you tried exercising to get rid of your debilitating dairy allergy? Or you just need to choose to not let your throat close up when you eat brie? Anything? Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here. Quizmaster Quinn wanders off to another table. Who wants to start the next round? More cheers from the audience. Next round is cinema. Oh man, I love movies. Sometimes I'll retreat into them for days on end because obsessing over a fictional universe is easier than engaging with my real emotions and problems. Frodo Baggins, am I right? Is he okay?
Oh no.
I think it's just his character. I hope. How's your cinema? Spotty. I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are any questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service. That's an interesting one.
Oh.
It's middle of a guilty pleasure. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? Oh god, is it their mother or their father? Their mother?
Correct.
Oh, okay. What entertainer makes a fourth wall breaking appearance in the films Gremlins 2? I've never seen a Gremlins movie. I don't know. Let's go with Hulk Hogan? Really? Okay. Which of these 80s horror movies dies not featured in Indian Burial Ground as part of its setting? It's Poltergeist.
Correct.
Seems like we're doing pretty well, but we're neck and neck with Brian and Matt's teams. Those guys are pros. They got all those literature questions wrong, too? I look over to their table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I lock eyes with Brian. He gets as a much sterner nod. And the next category is wrestling. Oh, no. I don't know anything about wrestling. Okay, we're totally boned. Hugo grabs my arm.
Oh.
Wait, I got this. Huh? Man, you know who I would want to wrestle with? Literally anyone. I crave human interaction. Please put me in a chokehold. That's a mood. Please, it has been so long since I've been held. How is this made a few years ago when it's so relevant to now?
Sad Master Quiz.
I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them.
Aha!
Let's start the quiz. Remember that this is a lightning round. The first people to answer get the points. I look over to Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it. Question 1. What is the original name for Stone Cold Steve Austin in his debut in WWE? Hugo's hand shoots up. Yes, the enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the Ringmaster.
Ah.
That is correct. Points to Havarti like it's 1999.
Oh.
Next question. This city is the location of the first ever WrestleMania.
Oh.
Hugo's hand shoots up again. Yes, the one who looks like has known this answer for his entire life. The first WrestleMania was held in New York at Madison Square Garden in 1985.
Correct.
Another correct answer for Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kinda hot. Oh, a tough one. This title match went down in history as the shortest match in WrestleMania to date. Hugo jumps up, more excited than I've ever seen him.
Ah.
Chavo versus Kane!
Correct.
Sorry, Bucko, but that is incorrect. The answer is actually Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. The real record is Chavo Guerrero versus Kane, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one chokehold slam and pinned him for the three counts. I will not stand for this travesty.
My feelings.
Hey man, I'm just reading from the card here. I don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What are you, my ex-wife? The crowd erupts in laughter. Hugo blushes. He retreats back into his chair.
Oh.
Fine. Wow, Hugo seems really fired up about this. Where did he get this encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling?
I don't know.
Oh, just pick stuff up. That sounds suspect, but it seems like he doesn't want to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the quizmaster. All right. Looks like we're down to the final category, and it's a close between Provolone 2 Lost in New York, Brian and Matt high five, and Havarti like it's 1999, even though we got all those literature questions wrong. Hugo and I high five. We look over at Brian, Matt, Carmesita, and Daisy all playfully give us thumbs down and stick their tongues out. I eat a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them just how serious I am. The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I never could take care of another living thing. Hell, I can barely take care of myself. Ha ha ha, I'm falling apart. Anyway, here's the question. The Canary Islands were named after what kind of animal? Birds?
Wrong.
What? Okay, what's the last animal that appeared in the dictionary? Sure, I don't think this is real.
Correct.
Okay, what mammal has the thickest concentration of fur in nature? The Canadian beaver, the duck-billed platypus, the polar bear?
Correct.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna come around and collect your scorecards and we'll see who came out on top. I don't think it's us. Remember, the winning team gets $25 gift card to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a car part, Phil will fulfill your needs. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. The quizmaster goes in the back to tally up the scores. I pick out what's left of our cheese plate. There's a bit of brie here that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot.
Oh.
So what are your plans after our big win? I'll probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. Always wanted to do that. What about you? Probably take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring, bet it all on black, walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style. You want the last piece of Havarti? Nah, it's all you. You definitely earned it. After a couple of minutes, the quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for the results. Who will win the coveted gift card? I really hope it's us. Hey everybody, we've had a great night. Lots of goose, lots of laughs, and a little bit of light crying in the back. But that's neither here nor there. It was a close game, but the winner of tonight's trivia contest is Provolone 2 Lost in New York. Come on down and get your gift card for Phil's Auto Care, where Phil nominal service is. God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card. Brian and Matt run up to grab the coupon and bow to the roaring applause of the crowd. I do my best to convey to Hugo a sense of appreciation for his hard work at trivia, with only eyebrow raises and a shoulder shrug.
Hey.
We'll get him next time, Baldy. They haven't heard the last of Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo and I walk back to our cul-de-sac, full of cheese and a sense of defeat. Brian's good, but I saw some technical weaknesses there we can exploit for the next trivia night. He seems weak on literature. Apparently so am I. Okay. I think if we can establish ourselves early on, it would hurt team morale. Maybe it would get them more focused on the cheese than winning. You're right. Next time we'll be prepared. Shame about that one wrestling question, though. I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man. Come on, there's got to be a story there. What do you mean? You didn't even stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you were there at the ring yourself.
I don't know.
Oh, it's just stuff I know. Hugo, I figured you'd be better at lying after dealing with every kid in school for as long as you have. It's embarrassing. You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. You know what's definitely not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Hugo sighs. Alright. If you really want to know, just follow me. Hugo leads me to his house at the edge of the cul-de-sac. We step inside, and his house is exactly what I expect it to be. Neat and filled top to bottom with books and art. This does not look neat. This picture looks kind of messy, but that's fine. I live in a very messy room. Welcome to my home. Sorry, it's so messy. His house is exactly spotless. No, it's not! I could see with my own eyes. It's actually spotless. I follow him down the hallway. What are we doing? Hugo opens the door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. He closes the door behind us. Oh my god. Hugo flips the switch and I finally understand. Curio cabinets packed with in-box wrestling action figures line the walls, along with posters, cardboard cutouts, and every piece of wrestling memorabilia, I can't say that word, obviously, imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on a decked-out media stand. Oh my god, Hugo. I'm speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact. This is really embarrassing. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh, wow, not enough people have seen this, huh? Are you kidding? Look at all this stuff. This must have taken you forever to collect. Can I touch this? Go ahead. I pick up one of his replica championship belts and toss it over my shoulder. Do you smell what I am cooking? I think the line is, it's meatballs. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I just think it's so cool how passionate you are about this. Yeah. I really, really like wrestling. He's blushing so hard right now. Hugo, you bought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again. It looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling from the hallway. I can see Hugo immediately deflate.
Oh.
I told you those pizza rolls have less sodium. I just want you to be healthy, son. Ernest comes into Hugo's wrestling room and looks around with disgust. He notices me and scoffs. I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room. I never said that. I just said you're not allowed to take the action figures out of their boxes and pose them so they're having sex with each other. Ernest gets flustered. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna go throw eggs at stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap. Ernest leaves, then a moment later pops his head back into the room. And your stupid friend. Ernest storms back out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo wearily runs his hand through his hair. Sorry about him, and sorry that I have to keep apologizing about him. He's just going through a phase, I guess. I try so hard to impress him, but it's obvious that no matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has a thing against authority figures, and you don't get much more authoritative than a teacher dad. My ex, he gets to be the fun weekend dad, and I'm just Hugo who makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn his homework in on time. Hey, you love him and you're looking out for his best interests. Take it from one dad to another. Someday he'll come to appreciate you. Maybe not someday soon, but someday. I hope so.
Hey.
Thanks for letting me vent. Hugo glances at his watch. Suppose it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia again sometime soon? I would absolutely love to. I start to leave. And hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you can tell me some more about it next time. Hugo smiles. That would be amazing. I'll catch you around. Oh, that was so sweet. That was so sweet. It only takes me a minute to walk back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. I don't. This book's all pictures. And even then, my patience is being tried. Did you get to eat all those cheese your little heart desired? I'm a happy little cheese monster. But I made sure to leave room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner?
Yeah.
Hash browns! Okay.
Hey.
Toast dipped in egg! Alright. Blueberry pancakes! Well, only if you'll help me make them. You know I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler, and also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now tell me all about the cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking with an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside of the fridge. I tell her all about the trivia, but leave out the parts about Hugo being into wrestling. I figured she would probably find some nefarious way to use that information for a better grade. Keep your word. Date complete. If only we had one. Okay.
That was so good you gave me goosebumps.
Welcome. Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, the last dad to get up to level 2 is Damien. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open Dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, this dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Valdi, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing, rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under a warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Valdi, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmarsh. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dad Book to let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back. A real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Alright.
Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy type of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2? Evil Never Dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the inu of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just a lot of blood and vampire titties. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, and I set them down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien, I do hope this letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to cast up onto that kid? You've been good? I confess of my amateur control of the written word. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trekking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did much enjoy the adventure we had ourselves from last time. That earnest shit was messed up.
Yeah.
Nice. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. Well, a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored with the situation at hand. My girls escape from the fall of Icarus. I find myself lost in your details. Let me get at that. This one? Dad, whoa. I saw it on TV. I'm not actually an intelligent person. Bring it home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to movies. I would very much enjoy your company accompanying me to the cinema. Bring me great person. Smooth, calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, hard daps, namaste. We'll carry on. Best wishes. Then I sign my name. My full name. Fancier that way. Valdi Shorts. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candles, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's the other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter, expertly presses a small piece of wood onto it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? I thought we were gonna get a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet up with Damien. The next day he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it going to rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What?
What?
What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds? Let's do it. I get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kids movie about talking animals. I really don't care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
What?
You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends, and I look over at Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer, and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he is sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Vampires, huh? The movie hasn't even started yet. Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Halloween Town is my favorite Halloween movie. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I've never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? You must be joking. I love horror movies. Lights dim for the film. Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittery red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken, my coven. Romulus, bad blood. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins to the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires fly off and into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounds, it's actually a pretty fun flick.
Ah!
We get to a tense moment in the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally... Blood, you!
Oh, my.
Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the king.
Ah!
Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about the vampires or the blood or vampiric blood.
Ah!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back on his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what dads do best. Talk during the movie. Tell a dad joke. Where does a dog go when it loses its tail? Where? To the retail store. I yell the last bit a little too loudly in the crowd of the movie theater, but I can see a smile form on Damien's face. Good one, Valdi.
Huh.
The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the general's wife begin making out. Hard.
Oh, my.
The film fades to black with the end appearing on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmilla, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for thousands of years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3. Evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Jamie and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Vampire titties are the best titties. Damien is making a point to not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. Well, this is cute flirting. I like this. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay, here comes the smooth response. Thanks, cool, okay. Thanks. No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I've a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Valdi. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition, an appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and picnic baskets. Wait, where were you hiding that? Under my cloak? Oh, right. Damien folds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once the rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
Oh my.
I wasn't... He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if, because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films. So I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I'd known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that?
Ah!
I'm not sure. It notices us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster.
Ah!
Woof!
Huh.
Oh. It's a dog. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs his hand. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey. We both look up, but not expecting to see. Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here with this loving evening? Hunting cryptids? What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure, wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his clothes and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear in the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Baldy, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze in this. I'm going to wave this at passing ships. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside.
Whoa!
It was so cute. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes, how was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But as it turns out, Damien is... Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep that between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Valdi. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties?
Oh.
I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, weary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you? I'll try not to howl at the moon. I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Try not to make assumptions about people. Date complete!
Are you
Yay!
familiar with the works of Corey Feldman?
Corey
He
Feldman!
simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so we are on level 2 with everyone, which means the next time we can get to level 3 with everyone and then pick a dad. I'm so close to picking a dad. So I'm going to leave it there. I wanted to thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed that video, please leave it on the like below. If you would like to see more of my content, please subscribe. And if there's any games you'd like to see me play, please leave it in a comment below. Please remember that you are valid, I care about you, and I can't wait to hang out with you in the next game. Bye-bye!